I'm doing a review of The Last Kingdom, and I want to talk about ancient traditional um, belief or religion. This is something, the way our people, and I mean our people like Igbo people, traditionally worship, or the way their religion. I've always seen it as our thing, you know, unique to us. And then that white people um always had this belief of church, or whether it's Christianity or whatever. Like, I never attributed the way our people traditionally um act, like in Iwafa, like and clean chickens to make to pray or to make sacrifices. And like, I've never considered that anything that has anything to do with white people. And then I was watching The Last Kingdom, and I realized that is, I'm thinking, the human, as in human race, way of the beyond, like the almighty, the gods. I mean, I know if you already know this, it sounds as in like my reaction would sound like what I, of course, like, oh, but like that is mind blowing to me, and I think it would be mind blowing to a lot of people. Remember, I think it was the first season of The Last Kingdom, and King Alfred and what was that man? Lord Order, the one that had scars, and they were talking, and the king said something about um the people that are not Christians, their own people that are not Christians, and they don't know God, and da 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 da. God as in the Christian God, because they argue all the time, the whole time in the film, that when they talk about the gods, and the Christians say no, it's God, one true God. Anyway, the king was saying, being critical of people that are not Christians, and Lord Order, who is like his advisor, he's always beside him, said, "You mean our forefathers believe?" In the same way that we say that is the belief of our forefathers, like to people that condemn our traditions. He was like, "You mean our forefathers beliefs?" And King Alfred was like, "Well, they did not know any better. They did not, they were like, they didn't know about the one true God." Anyway, throughout the entire film, like the Danes were the ones worshipping the gods, and the details of their belief and the things that they do is like, if I use the word similar, it's just being cautious, but that's literally the way we, like, our people are with their beliefs, like, with their tradition, with their religion, and their belief and worship of the gods. It all sounds shocking, like I'm overreacting, but like genuinely, because I've always attributed all these things to colonization, to what happened when white people had come into Africa, and these were our ways, and they imposed their own religion on us. So in watching The Last Kingdom and realizing that their own people had these same beliefs, they even some in doing the research of the history of colonization in Nigeria, particularly, and in Africa in general, or in Igbo land, people have read the excuse about one of the reasons for British colonization, invasion, and the things that they did being to because of juju, and our people were sacrificing humans to their gods. In The Last Kingdom, the Danes were sacrificing human, and like human beings that were like, they are not fighting it, they're like happy to be used as like chosen by the gods for sacrifice. And I don't want to get into whether human beings should be sacrificed to God or not, like Abraham and Isaac, and a lot of people that were sacrificed to God in the Bible. I am only mentioning Isaac because that's the only one I can think of, but I know there are a lot of them that actually had to be killed for real. Anyway, I'm talking about our traditional religion and the realization that it's not even us, particularly, that white people, that English people, this was their ancient way of worship. This was their ancient belief. And the idea of Christianity was also forced on them. They also were killed. The traditionalists, the ones that believe in their gods, were also killed and imposed on the idea of the one true God, the one of the Bible. That is amazing to me, the realization of all these things. That was really like, I mean, I take all this as relief that, these are things that they did to themselves, and it's not like um particularly to black people, you know.
What is it? Ships. I saw them first from the beach. What ships? Danes.
We were kings here once, boy. Our ancestors took this land, and it has been strengthened with our blood and bone. Now you are the new heir of Bebember, and you will die for it if needed.
Yes, Father.
What kind of hell is this? If my brother falls in battle, the boy must fall. Lift up your sword and spare these men of England who fight in our name. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake England. You can forget all about your English life. We like you, boy. You're a son to me now.
One day, it is my hope that all kingdoms will become one, united under one God.
One king.
Yes, the idea of a single kingdom called England has to begin here.
I'm on standby of everything that's been taken from me. I'm going back to the beginning.
I am Uhtred of Bebember, and I shall take what is mine. Bebember is mine!